So my journey through improv and roleplay was influenced on many different occasions by the module readings. Some of them in particular really helped me with the development of my characters throughout the whole process of this module. Initially, when beginning the module, something that I really struggled with was confidence and the ability to really push myself to fully become these characters. I knew this was something that I immediately had to tackle before my final performance, as issues like confidence and the ability to get into character were blocking me. So by looking into the module readings, I was looking for help so that I could perform to the best of my ability. When reading through the work of Stanislavski, there's a section where he pulls focus onto the mind. This was really helpful towards my personal development because it made me consider how trapped I could be and that I needed to connect my mind with my body to get what I really wanted out of each character. So he states, if people are clamping their body together as if it might fall apart, perhaps the same is true of mind. I think what he's trying to state here is that if someone gets too complex with their body, the same can happen with the mind. So when I began the module, I knew that I was trapped in my head. And like he states, I was trying to clamp it all together as if it was about to fall apart. And I was thinking about things too much. I was worrying about the progression of my characters and getting stuck in my own head. But after reading through this particular piece of his work, it really helped me realise that I need to transfer all my thoughts about my characters into my body language, as well as my mind, to really show every element of each of my characters, how their bodies would move, how specific thoughts would transfer differently in their minds, and how they'd be processed differently, etc., etc. Another reading that really helped with my development of characters during the module was Michael Arditi talking about Joan Littlewood during an interview. The way he explains this woman was really thrilling to read and really interesting. It kept me captivated throughout the whole interview. It made me think of new ways to really express my characters and try and find the spontaneity that I was looking for, because initially I didn't have that and I needed to find it. A particular quote that I really like is when it's stated, "She showed that if you express people's faults and all the warts of their characters, audiences loved them as much as if they were lacquered." I think this is very meaningful to what I'm trying to say, because it showed me that through faults of my own, I'd be able to learn and I'd be able to grow from them. This would then further develop my characters, which would make a more honest and make a more meaningful performance. Something that I found incredibly difficult to begin with was taking my characters outdoors, and the thought of any type of public reaction would just make me want to curl up into a ball and not see the day of light. However, after thinking about how expressing faults can be seen through a positive light rather than a negative, it made me realise that it doesn't matter what the public think or what the public say, because that's all part of it. That's what helps build character, seeing how they would honestly react to specific things that you wouldn't be able to find in a small drama rehearsal room. It was in the open so everyone could see that, and it was vulnerable, and that's what I really liked about it. So, as stated in the meaning of improvisation, improvisation frequently has to do with breaking down barriers, which I think is completely true. It's really about letting go of any nerves or any worries that you have and letting it come naturally, as opposed to something that's scripted and rehearsed over and over again. Through reading this, it really inspired me to go further than expected with my characters and trying to create people that were out of the ordinary, which is how I came across my character Elizabeth, who was honestly my favourite one to play. She was a woman who fully believed that she passed away 200 years ago, and she really pushed the boundaries, which I loved conveying. After becoming 100% certain on her as a character, I was no longer scared to take her outside and interact with the public, because she was so strange and so weird. It was just hilarious to see the public reaction. It showed me that breaking down barriers was something that I needed to do to have well thought out characters who would be useful, innovative, and most importantly, entertaining and fun to watch and interact with. I think through these module readings, specifically, they've helped me the most to really let go and recognise improvisation for what it is. It's an exploration of drama and theatre in a new way, and it's made me gain confidence in areas I had none, and it's made me ensure that whenever I approach drama and theatre, I will do it with the full ability to take on whatever is thrown my way. If you scroll up, you'll see the bibliography, scroll down, and you'll see my characters.